Well, good morning, everybody. Happy where are we? We're 48 hours away post your PS5 Pro launches. Shout out to everybody that's here now and everybody in the chat. Um, let's see here. Um, first, no, I'll deal with that later tonight. So I'm going to do another quote unquote political podcast. It will be my kind of a wrap up of everything that's happened dealing with the U.S. election, and that'll be and I'm gonna do that at 7 o'clock tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you're interested, swing by. Also, I need some game help. I'm playing Forbidden West, and there's some jabroni stuck behind a door. It's called a friend in the dark. Where exactly is this key at? Like, where's the key? I need to know where the damn key is to get this dude out. He's banging on the door screaming. So, but I tell you what, I just did this mission called something about the stars in their eyes. Man, this game has got a huge sci-fi twist on it. I had no idea, and I'm thoroughly pleased and enjoying the game. But yeah, somebody wants to help me with that. That is complete trash. I can't get this dude locked, and with my OCD, when something starts, I gotta finish it. But people have asked me, well, you're still playing the game. I already beat the main game. I'm playing the Burning Swords, or whatever it's called. So yeah, I'm playing that. So that's that's what I'm playing right now. And they got that hot chick that's with Aloy, and I can see why Aloy, she wanted to kiss Aloy, because I got Aloy, I got my snow bunny looking scrumptious. So very good, very good. So I got a few things to talk about today. It was tough to talk about this stuff on Thursday because the Pro came in, right? But I really want to delve into how I want to talk about the $700 price tag and how it is obvious, in my opinion, with the way I feel about the Pro. I thought it was worth it. Going to talk a little bit about Sony's financials that came out, which were far better than I thought. Their movie part is still down, but their TVs and they have three things, and their TVs and their games section is really, really good. So so we'll start that. Also going to go into the big story, which is how the Ponies are upset with Kojima. I heard people like MBG, J-Tech just give their take on it. I'm going to give mine. Now, I'm going to give a non-biased take on it. Those guys have fanboy takes. We all know they're fanboys, so let's just honor that by being 100% honest about who they are. They're fanboys. So, and we're going to look at it from just a flat-out business and gaming point of view and move it from there. So, without any further ado, I am the host of the Porch Life Podcast. You can just call me Craig the Tech Guy. I dabble in a little bit of tech, politics, and some other crazy stuff. So, if you're interested in that, because we have a big UAP hearing coming up next. I think it's either I think it's the 13th. I think it's Wednesday. We have a big UAP hearing. Lou Elizondo, I bought his book audio, and I recommend you listen to it. All right, so I got it on Amazon. But first things first, shout out to everybody that's here now. I see you, FJ Tab, Extreme Gamer, AB Media in the house. See here, is it S and Kev? What's going on, bro? Feast is in the house. El Nini is always here. El Nini is always first, man. I need to go ahead and make you a mod, because you are always here on time. I'm going to add you as we're going to audition you as a standard moderator. We'll audition you for a few weeks, and then maybe around right after Thanksgiving, I will move you up to a managing moderator. But hopefully that'll be cool. Feast is in the house. Cree Ross says, what's up? How you doing? Omar Thomas. So I think we got everybody here. Okay. I think we got everybody that's here right now. Hit that like button. Share the care if you need to. So let's go ahead and start. Let me give you let me just give you my PS5 Pro review. Now, I have a very limited scope because I've only been playing one game. That is Forbidden West. I'm going to tell you this right now. The way I have my TV set up, which is to play at night. If you buy an OLED TV, well, I have an LG, so your LG OLED can be set up to play games in the daytime or at night. Now, I play most of my games at night. When I woke up this morning at 6:15, I started playing Forbidden West, and just the colors are so much better, and the game runs so smooth. And when I was playing it the other day, my girlfriend was like, well, it looks the same. And I'm like, well, it's supposed to, but the difference is the game is 60 frames per second at 4K. So they upscaled it through PSSR, which is game changing. That thing is game changing, and it's already better than FSR, and it's going to give NVIDIA a run for its money. And it is proprietary tech that Sony can sell. So, like, literally, they can sell it to AMD to compete against deep learning super sampling. It is that good. Now, I've only played the one game, but the game is stunning, especially when you're using the Forbidden West and Burning Shores. You're flying over it at night, flying because I have that pterodactyl-looking thing. It's called a Sunwing, but it's modeled off of a pterodactyl. The colors on it, the blue, and then you see the machines that are rogue, that are red. Just it's really difficult to explain. It just looks so clean and so crisp. And of course, Aloy, my favorite snow bunny, you can see the peach fuzz on that girl's face. That's how detailed they've got that character. Is that you can see the fuzz on her face. So now she don't have a stash. She just has that cute little fuzz. Her freckles are much more pronounced now. She's a redhead, so she has freckles. And now they're much more pronounced. Also, if you didn't know, if she spends a whole lot of time in the sun, her cheeks will get rosy. They'll kind of get rosy, and that's what happens on a redhead. Their cheeks will get rosy the more they stay out. So all that is in this game now, and overall, the way the system is extremely quiet. It is smaller than the base PS5, and it does. I still have my basic controller. I hooked up my Spider-Man controller to it. I'm going to hook up the Astrobot controller today. I'm doing that today. That's my opening today. I still don't have the stand on there, and I'm going to do that today. I also got my other PS5 in from Sony. This PS5 I have right now, this is the one from Best Buy. The one from Sony I just put back in my bedroom over, so it's just there. I got two of them. I'm going to get a 4K monitor, OLED monitor. That's my next big purchase, and then that's it. It's either going to be that or a TV, that C4, because I can't find the C3, but that C4 TV is just crazy. I know, shout out to Sick Humor, he just bought one. I think he said he bought a 65-inch screen TV, and again, he put that out on an X, so I'm not giving out the brother's business, okay? So what that is, I mean, it's like I said, it was a basic review. It took me all day Thursday because I had issues signing in. And that's not a Pro issue. That's a Sony issue. It kept on telling me there's already somebody signed in on this account. So I forgot how I got around it. I think they had to send me another link to link back in. But I thought, oh no, all my stuff's going to be gone. But somehow I figured it out. All I needed to do was get my password in, and then go to the cloud. And then I started, and everything came out, but it wasn't. It took all day long. And when I mean all day long, I was up till 10:15, and I was still downloading the Spider-Man remaster, not Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man remaster. And that took some time. I didn't finish downloading that until yesterday afternoon. Like, that's crazy, but that's what I was doing. So the game I like, so since I was able to get since I was able to get that cloud stuff to work, and I was already playing Forbidden West because it wouldn't let me. It would only load Forbidden West up to 32 gigs, and then it would stop. So I cannot load games. So, but that's because I had it in the cloud, so it was not. I guess there was a conflict there, but I got it out of the cloud, got it downloaded, and the first things first, Forbidden West on the base PS5 is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It has 2 modes. With PlayStation, they added a Pro Performance mode, which gives you the fidelity mode, but it gives you the performance mode. So I think Forbidden West is 1800p. I think your PS5 Pro gets it to 4K, and it just oh my goodness, guys, it's really something else. And these guys, and I'm gonna say this, I saw multiple YouTubers trying to do comparisons, and you can't do any comparisons because of the YouTube compressions. You can't. You cannot do it. You have to literally be sitting there and to see this and do non-compression. So these guys that are doing the side-by-sides, the best way to do that is to, I don't know if you've seen that sliding bar that they're using for Bloodborne. I would just do that, so just do that and you will see differences. Now, what they can't tell you is that the PS5 Pro is at 60 frames per second. So what happens is that base PS5, you're going to be at like 1440p. Like, let's take The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. They're both 60 frames per second on the base PS5. There's no doubt. They're 60 frames per second. However, with the PS5 Pro, you get that extra push into the fidelity. And I'm going to play that here after I talk. Well, I got to go get my hair cut. But after I come back from getting my hair cut, well, then I'll be watching football. So at some point today, I'm going to be playing that game. And what I'm going to do is stream The Last of Us Part 1, that opening sequence. You all know what I'm talking about. When all that stuff happens, I'll stream that. It's about 20 minutes long, give or take, 20, 30 minutes. So it won't be a long stream. Also, if anybody wants to contact me to play Helldivers 2, that's got a PS5 upgrade too. And if you don't know, J-Dub has shown some video of him playing Gran Turismo on PSVR 2 with 8K support. I shit you not. It looks stunning. I hope he records like an hour's worth of video. Then when he podcasts, he'll have that playing in the background. It looks stunning. Also, on a lighter note, that girl who danced from Australia in that breakdancing contest, whatever they were doing, that she scored 0 points. She retired. I think that's it. If you don't know, that's Extreme's cousin. That's Extreme's cousin. So she retired. Just so you know. Omar Thomas is very disappointed with Silent Hill 2 remake performance on the almighty PlayStation Pro. A lot of horrible shimmering on the bright surfaces and objects, and the atmosphere environment is bad. They have not got a patch yet. That's a third-party game. Remember, you bought the PS5 Pro for the first-party games. And if third-party jumps on board, that's great. Because a lot of them have. We know there's like close to, 88 to 92 games. So that's plenty. And you got more coming. Stalker 2, it's going to be a pro patch. You got the Microsoft's using it. Just stunning. Just I can't get over it, guys. But it's very difficult if you're streaming in 1080p on YouTube. It's just, I don't know how you would see a difference. And maybe if you have a 1440p screen, it'll look a little better. But these cats, the only ones I would pay attention to are the professionals. So guys like NX Gamer, I can't think of the other guy. He's Spanish. It's just I can't pronounce it, and I don't want to butcher his name and get people upset at me, right? So he does these side-by-side comparisons, and then Digital Foundry. Just use those 3, and you'll be fine. You will see a consistency, because that's what I'm seeing is a consistency with these games. So has Sony delivered with their upscaling technology? And yes. Yeah, with Forbidden West, I can tell you absolutely they have. There's a video short on YouTube on somebody made their PS5 Pro all black. It looks big. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. So, I mean, they could have 3D printed plates for all I know. So, FJ Tab said he wanted to play. He waited. I waited to play Silent Hill 2 on the Pro, and it shimmered. Yeah, guys, it doesn't have the patch yet. So, but again, there's other games out there, but I understand. And a lot more games are coming. If you don't know, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, all that kind of stuff, it's going to get a Pro patch. It's getting a Pro patch. Just so you know. What's up, J-Ro? How you doing, bro? So, but, so I wanted to give you my quick review of it. It's smaller, it's lighter than the base PS5. It is extremely quiet. Now, let me tell you the thing I don't like about it, and maybe this is just me. So you all saw me trying, struggling to get the plates off for the disc, right? Put the disc going on there wasn't difficult. Getting the plates off for me was, but that was fun and stuff like that. So somebody said I needed to get Chocolate Thunder to pass me the Vaseline. But all right, it was all fun. But I've noticed that when I put a CD in, and this is for the people who just have disc, and could just be me, but this is my one complaint I've got so far. I get a noise, and like, cause the CD is working, and this is when it first starts. Okay, I want to make this clear. This is when it first starts. It goes like, that's the noise it's making. And I don't know if anybody else has installed their CD. It's doing that. So just letting people know, because it could just be mine. But that is something I do not like about it, is that it seems like it's not on there tight, but it is. And I don't know if you know what a CD player sounds like, but this one sounds like it'll go like, then it'll stop. Then it'll get lighter. The noise will get a little bit lesser. Then it stops, and it's not there. So, but that could just be the way I've got it. I've got it stood up, so I don't have it laying down. Part of me wants to lay it down, pause, put it on its side, but I like the standing aesthetic. That's just me. Okay. So, what's up, Muhammad? How you doing? I see that PlayStation CFO said that PlayStation 5 pre-orders are better than PS4. I did see that. I was going to talk about that a little bit because that's one of the things about their financials I wanted to go over. I was going to put that in the 60 million plus, and so we can just move to that. If you don't know, Sony has sold over 60 million PS5. I'll have a link in the description for all you all who keep on wanting these stupid things called receipts, which is fine. Let me see if I can pull this back up again, just to go to Sony news. Let's see here. All right, here it is. So this comes from Engadget, our friends over at Engadget. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen for you. So this is for the people who keep on saying that. Remember they used to say Sony was going in the wrong direction? Sony's going in the wrong direction. So it has sold 65 million PS5s. It has also sold 77.7 million games last quarter, up 10 million year over year. But you got told they were going in the wrong direction. I keep telling you boys. I mean, don't listen to these fan guys. Don't listen to the PlayStation fanboys. Because again, this is a receipt. Isn't that what you guys call it? This is a receipt. So when you had guys saying Sony's losing touch with its base, they ignoring us. Well, Sony knows its audience better than these fanboys do. You all got to just understand that and move on. It's like the same idiots that told you that Star Wars was dead or dying, yet they've got 3 more Star Wars projects that are about to get greenlit by Dave Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy. You got to remember, Dave Filoni's in charge of Star Wars. All Kathleen Kennedy does is sign the checks. But what these guys really wanted, because they're incels, is that they wanted Kathleen Kennedy gone. But she's gone. She no longer is in charge. She just simply greenlights the project and goes to Bob Iger and says, here's the project, here's the budget, I'm ready to greenlight this. You have to go over the paper, over the other stuff. Iger does that. Then he says, all right, go ahead and do it. So it's just that's their relationship. So, but again, my point to you is that Disney knows more about about its fan base. Disney's the only movie company this year who's released two $1 billion movies. One was Deadpool and Wolverine. The other one was Inside Out. I think Inside Out Part 2. So that's the truth. So they know what they're doing. They know and Sony knows what they're doing too. They've been in business longer than these guys have been criticizing. And do not get caught up in what these fanboys are saying, because you're looking at the number right there. It's selling 65 million in 4 years. Does not sound like a company that has lost touch with this base. It's not. And this is why what they say is funny. All right, I'm serious. This is why what they say is funny. All right, to me, because I've always known this. But these guys need something to talk about. They need something to give you all clicks, to get clicks, and you all fall for it. You fall for it. And you blew it, right? What's up, Chris Cobra? Good morning. So there's another one I want you all to see about the $700 price tag, because this got, I think, direct attention. Is it CFO? CFO talks $700 hold on, PS5 Pro. Just want to see what pops up. Okay. All right. Remember, guys, like I'll mention his name, BitCloud, and all these people, Marlin Gaming Nation, all these other people who were bitching about the price. I'm going to show this to you now. And let's see here. I'm trying to find one from a source that's not bullshit. So, let's see here. Maybe I can't find one. Well, let's use the one I pulled up here. Okay. So let me put this on the screen. Because remember, you were being told nobody's buying it. It ain't selling out. Nobody wants it. My favorite one, who's it for? All right. Well, it's for the people who ain't broke. If you're broke, you don't need to say you're broke. Okay. So let's put this on the screen here. Let me take this one down. We can see how many Sony has sold. I put 60 million plus. It's 65 million. So that more receipts. More receipts. So, and we'll put this one up here. Okay. So this is about the $700 thing that's in my blade right now. So the people who told you that the $700 price tag was hurting Sony, Marlin Gaming Nation said that $70 games was hurting them. It's like, no, Negro, it's hurting you. Okay. But this is why I say, I've always said, and I'll always stand by this. These companies know their audiences. They understand their consumers better than these fanboys. They just do. That people get paid a lot of money to do market-based research and report that research back to these companies, whether it is SpaceX, whether it is Sony, whether it is Microsoft, Oracle, does not matter. Everybody does these every quarter. And Sony's president, the president of Sony, not the president of PlayStation, let's put that on the screen for you, not the president of PlayStation, the president of Sony said that it hasn't hurt them. So, so you need to start asking yourself, all right, so here's the key takeaways. The PlayStation 5 Pro is finally here. We know that because we have them. And the $700 price tag has the $700, let me read this again, I'm sorry. It's finally here, and its $700 price tag has warded off any sellouts and has put scalpers in a bind. PlayStation's president, Hiroki Totoki, has affirmed that the $700 price tag hasn't harmed sales. In his comments, and I want this on the record, Totoki reiterated that the console is aimed at the hardcore gamers and enthusiasts the kind who would pay $700 for a mid-gen refresh. So see, they already knew how much we were going to pay. And I told you all on 60 frames no lag, it's going to be $699. And it was, no, it's just not going to be. No, they would never do that. Well, they did. They did. They told you to get it ready for them. And I told you, just go ahead and get the money ready. You won't be surprised. You've got months. This is not going to come out till the fall. We told you guys this early summer. We were talking about it early summer, right? Says here, when the PS5 Pro was revealed, gamers across the world rejoiced that the seemingly never-ending rumors were true. Well, we told you they were true, okay? I mean, Lou Wafa, shout out to my source, Lou Wafa, when he told you that it was 6.6 teraflops, and what he got wrong was that he was looking at the PS5 Pro. He didn't know that. So when they did their cut down, they were like, oh, all we need is 10 teraflops for our base console. And then for our mid-gen, we're going to go with, close to 17. So, but those are RDNA 3 teraflops. So, and it says the $700 price tag was unveiled, and that excitement went out the window. Yeah, because these people are broke. It says particularly as the console didn't even include the vertical stand or removable disk drive. Remember, those were deal breakers. And again, you don't need it because I don't have mine. I want to see if I can do this. Hold on. All right, hold on. That was my hairdresser confirming my 11 o'clock. All right, so we'll just keep going here. Let's see here. So these people that are broke were like, well, it should have came with the vertical stand. I still don't. Matter of fact, let me show you that receipt because I'm not even using mine. So here, let me show you another receipt. Let me see here. I am the king of receipts this morning. King of wishful thinking. And there you go. There's my stand. It's still, hold on, let me move this. It's still sealed. Still sealed. I haven't used it. All right? So stop letting these broke ass bitch boys try to dictate something, okay? If you're broke, just say you're broke. Like when Sick Humor said he bought that 65-inch screen TV, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm too broke to buy that. So, and I just admitted it right there. I don't have that kind of money laying around. All right, so now that we know that didn't work, it says here today, and it says flash forward to today, the PS5 Pro is officially out in many markets. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you see things, the Pro hasn't sold out in many retailers. And it just so happens that scalpers looking to take advantage of consumers are actually losing money. But if you ask Sony president, COO, and CFO, that is the chief operating officer and the chief financial officer, Hiroki Tatoki, the price of the Pro isn't the issue. More so, it's aimed at a specific subset. This is what we were trying to tell you guys, okay? This is not for casual people. This is not for casual gamers. This is for the hardcore. And there's nothing wrong with your base PS5. Like, there ain't nothing wrong. There's diddly squat. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just what we wanted when we bought our Pros was 60 frames per second, or as close as they could get to it, in the highest fidelity mode. So The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 on base PS5, it has a 60 FPS mode, so that's fine. But you don't have the fidelity or the graphics. That's the big deal. That's why when you have people making comparisons, and they're making comparisons, and they're like, "Oh, guys, it looks like this, it looks like that," but that's not going to translate That will not translate for you guys watching on YouTube. It's not. You would have to literally go to like Best Buy and say, I want to see the base PS5 on your Sony TV right here. Because Best Buy, at least mine, they have like 4 different Sony TVs in one area. And you would have to say, I want to see it on, I want to see, you can use the same TV. You can use the same TV, television set. But you need to see it. And I'm just telling you right now, graphically is what Forbidden West, in my opinion, it's now in high to ultra graphics versus being in medium to high. Now, why, Craig, why do you say mid to high? Because when they have the cutscenes with Aloy, that's in high graphical setting. That's a preset. They just put that in there, boom. And it looks great. Looks fantastic, okay? But now, just imagine having that entire look the whole game. That's what my game looks like. And, you know, it has, PlayStation still kept their auto HDR, so it basically, you just click it up 1 or 2 times. I go for a dark screen. I like cause my colors, the pinks, the blues, the greens, the reds, the oranges, they all pop. Because I have that, you know, LG has those perfect black screens. So that's what they're called, perfect blacks. They all have perfect whites too, so that people don't get offended by it. That's just the way they balance their colors. So, says here the PS5 may not be for you. Duh. This is where you get into the whole entitlement. Like, everything that comes out should be for everybody. No. We just had an election, and that's what the gist of this election was. There are some people who are going to have things that you just are not going to have, and you need to get over it. And if you feel some kind of way, you need to cry in your room, but then you need to come out and try to get to that point. Like my dad told me. You know, when I didn't make the football team and I thought that young, cute girl I was trying to impress was not going to be interested in me, my dad said, I'm going to let you cry for one day. God rest his soul. He said, I'm going to let you cry for one day because you should be disappointed. However, starting tomorrow, you need to go out there and cut the grass. You need to go out there and help help me get these leaves raked up. You know what I'm saying? It was, well, you know, cut the grass, get it picked up, get it to the curb, all that kind of stuff. That was it. You know, you get the soap for one day. But it says here, Tioki reiterated that the Pro is targeted at hardcore gamers and not the casual audience. So the people that were complaining about the price were casuals. They were casual gamers. And it's kind of like, well, no casual gamer is going to, every casual gamer told you the same thing, right? Who's it for? It's not worth it. Because they're casual gamers, so to them, it's not worth it. That should start making logical sense now. So as far as the $700 price tag is concerned, while steep for a large portion of gamers, these are the casuals, and certainly well deserving of some sticker shock. Well, I wasn't, because I'm the one that told you it was going to be $699.99. Who put a 1 in the chat if you remember me telling you to get your cheeks ready for $699.99. I clearly said that on my podcast and on 60 Frames No Lag. So I don't want to hear the bullshit. You're a casual gamer, and there's nothing wrong with you being a casual gamer. Be the best damn casual gamer you can be. I don't blame you. You got kids, you got family, and now you have to invest in a mid to high end TV all the way up to, which can cost you anywhere from $899 up to $2,200. I understand. So, in terms of pricing, many people made different comments on that, but pricing on Pro has not had a negative impact, I don't think. And again, remember, Sony has advanced, they know how many they sold, and they have overhead. So yeah, like I said, the guy behind me, when I picked up my Pro, not behind me, the guy behind him, so this guy was third in line. He just went in there and he was like, yeah, do you have any extra PlayStation 5 Pros? And of course, you remember, I was putting mine in my bag, and they said, yeah, I heard the guy say, yeah, we have some extra ones. And he was like, well, can I get one? So, pretty good. So, it says, in other words, it's perfectly fine to keep your base PS5. Exactly what I was telling you guys, okay? especially if you don't see a need for a new and more expensive machine. Makes sense. It makes fucking sense. Okay? But says today, Toki's words may seem hollow, but he isn't saying anything out of line. Like I said, if you're broke, you're broke. I understand. Okay? I have people saying that, oh, well, I got kids. Okay, your kids should come first. You don't have to justify things. All right? You don't. You're a grown man. As long as you justify it to your family and God and you're okay with it, that's fine. That is fine. All right? So, let's see here. The Pro has and always will be for enthusiasts, and that's okay. That is from this article. This is from The Gamer. Now, to me, this makes perfect sense. I love this. The Pro has and always will be for enthusiasts, and that's okay. I get it. Okay? I mean, I really hope you all now understand how foolish that a lot of you all sounded bitching about the price. Especially when you were told in advance by me and others that you were going to be paying $699.99 for this and got told it wasn't worth it. Again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, people. What you think is worthless, which is perfectly fine, I may think it's worth it. Henceforth, the term, maybe you never heard the term, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Okay? So maybe you all never heard that saying. All right? And if you're broke, just say, hey, I'm broke. You know? And that's what's happening. So let's see here. And all right, Nate, there's a difference between hardcore console gamers and some idiot that goes out and spends over $3,000 on a PC. All right? That's just, PC gamers are different, and for whatever reason, you and other people stuck your nose in a conversation that didn't involve you, and that was because you're scared. You were scared, okay? And I don't blame you, because I'm getting the same thing you're getting on your $3,000 PC. And again, this has already been talked about, it's already been litigated, and it's done. You all look like clowns. Because we know the majority of you have mid-range cards. We know it. We know it. You all are still gaming on the 1660 and the 2080s and all that kind of stuff. That's the majority of the PC gamers. And then, you know, some of them did step up to the 3060. So, I mean, so that's roughly where they are. 2080, 3060, in that range. And this is more powerful than a 4090. I just keep trying to tell people that. So, more powerful, just enjoy it. So, yeah, you all got a weird coping mechanism. So, and let me see here. Now, what can I talk about next? It's in my, let's see. I think, is that it? I got my review done. Did talk about the sales. The PlayStation, what is this other one? Oh, the price. All right, so let's move to our last subject, which is the Kojima story here. So this happened Thursday, okay? And what happened Thursday was Kojima Productions, the studio that Hideo Kojima owns. Trying to find Kojima Productions here. All right, Death Stranding. Okay. So Kojima created a game called Death Stranding. And if you don't know, Death Stranding, the rights to Death Stranding that PlayStation used to own, all right, I'm going to make that clear, that PlayStation used to own, I'll say it again, that PlayStation used to own, Kojima got the rights to that game. And I'm going to put this up on the screen so that you all see this, so that I can break this down and we can have a conversation about it before I go get my hair cut. So, and let's see here. Okay. So you can see here, Kojima Productions acquires Death Stranding IP rights, presumably meaning the series will only get more unhinged. I mean, they're just kind of making a joke right there because the game itself was I still don't understand what I played. I enjoyed it, but I still don't know what the hell happened. Like, I just don't know, but fine. I mean, you don't have to understand everything to go ahead and enjoy it. Like, I really enjoyed the movie Tenet, right? It took me like 8 watches to figure out what the hell happened. All right, but I got it. I got it now, so it's much more easier and fun to watch. Now, my girlfriend, she's watched it 3 times, and she's still struggling. So when she wants to watch it, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it with you. But I love that movie. So, but anyway, says here, this comes from our good friends at PC Gamer. You can see it right there. Says Kojima and company have full control of the franchise's future. That's important because, see, let me make this clear. All these fuck ass fanboys that are complaining about this, they were the same fanboys who were begging Kojima to get back into gaming. They were pleading for him to get back into gaming. Then he gets back into gaming and he creates a game that a lot of people enjoy, okay? It's not for everybody, but nothing is. And he creates a game and he did not have control of the IP. Sony owned the intellectual property Death Stranding. And Sony owns the Decima engine. But all the improvements that Kojima makes to the Decima engine, that is proprietary Sony's technology, and Sony's going to keep the technology. And a matter of fact, you see some of it being used in Forbidden West. You see some of the technology, okay? The close-ups of the camera, the way the over-the-shoulder stuff moves, that is part of what Kojima improved. So, says when you're purchased through, all right, so here's how it works. All right, says no director, whether in-game production or elsewhere, is solely responsible for their team's artistic vision. But there is perhaps no man who currently enjoys a greater freedom to realize his creative whims than Kojima. And that freedom just got broader, okay? Because again, you want to keep this guy happy. You want to be, Sony has a partnership with Kojima. And Kojima will make games and Sony will get to play those games. That's a perfect partnership. Like Thanos said, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Okay? Yesterday, Kojima Productions, the development studio founded in 2015, following his departure from Konami, now we all know the bullshit that happened there, announced that it had acquired full ownership of the intellectual property rights to its Death Stranding series from publisher 505 Games. See, we'll say nothing about Sony, does it? So because Sony's publishing contract, it may get into it in the article, but you got to remember when Kojima put this game on PC, he went through 505 Games. It says Kojima Productions will continue to focus on bringing their award-winning IP, Death Stranding, to more platforms and audiences. The studio said in an announcement, time to coincide with the 5th anniversary of Death Stranding's original release, on PS4, which it made its way on the PC in 2020 with its director's cut on in 2022. So again, when I finished Death Stranding, I finished the director's cut. All right, that's what I finished. And I think, and somebody can double check this, is Death Stranding in PlayStation? Is it in Plus? I don't know because I haven't looked for it. So it says here, to celebrate the occasion, it is currently at 50% discount on Steam and Epic stores. Now, that's up to Kojima had to cut that deal. So Death Stranding is the second IP that 505 Games has agreed to relinquish to its creators in 2024. In February, Remedy made an $18.4 million deal with 505 that granted the studio the rights to Control and Control 2. Okay, so again, this isn't unprecedented. So the recently unveiled first-person shooter multiplayer spinoff, FBC Firebreak, and all future Control products. So that is all products. It's exactly what it says. Because they're making the game. So why not have them control the IP again? What did Bill Parcells say? You want me to cook dinner? Then I'm gonna go get the groceries. So yeah, you want me to make dinner, then I'm gonna be the one choosing the groceries. So basically, never mind. That's probably, you all probably don't even remember Bill Parcells. But so Death Stranding has its own sequel in the works. We're still waiting on word from when PC players can take Sam out for a stumble across the post-apocalyptic hillside. But Death Stranding 2 on the beach is due for a Sony published launch on PlayStation 5. So Sony still has a publishing deal with Kojima. Sony is going to publish it to PlayStation. If Kojima wants it published to PC and or Xbox, Kojima Productions has to go and find a publisher to do it. Said, okay, that should make sense. There's also a Death Stranding movie in production as a collaborator with A24, the film producer and distributor that brought us bangers like Midsommar and Everything Anywhere All at Once. That actually, Everything Anywhere All at Once was really good. So it says wherever Death Stranding goes from there, it'll be Kojima. I want to put that up there. Let me, dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. It'll be Kojima and companies piloting the series ship towards whatever baffling, indulgent destination they desire. Okay? Gaining control of the intellectual property rights means that the limiters are off, aside from whatever publishing deals and partnerships they may enter into the future. Well, we already know they have a publishing deal with Sony. Of course, hopefully Death Stranding will only get weird. Again. So again, the same fanboys who were wanting Kojima to get back into gaming got their wish. Kojima made a brand new game, brand new IP, gets it out there, and of course, it makes sense to me that he wants to control his own IP. He's got a game studio with no games because he don't control the IP. And so why people reacted so visceral? I mean, I heard like MBG say stuff. I heard JTech TV say stuff. So it is just stupid. So it is just dumb. And everybody knows Kojima. He loves being independent. He had a really bad experience with Konami, and he made some great games for Konami. You know, we all know that, right? So isn't Konami the ones that published Metal Gear? So, and wouldn't he be like the director or the creator? So, and people were like, and Konami kept the IP. They didn't sell it back to him. But he's making that other game, OA or something like that. And he has that game. And Microsoft is going to publish it to Microsoft's consoles. But he can go elsewhere and publish it anywhere he wants, including Sony. Now, Microsoft could say, well, we want to publish it and it be exclusive console published for a year. And Kojima could agree to that. Hell, he agreed to 4 years with Sony. So, well, okay, Vicky, even if Kojima Studios is purchased by Microsoft, he's still going to make his games multiplayer because that will be part of the deal. I mean, that's why when I heard people saying that Sony's going to buy Kojima Productions, it's kind of like, and I asked around and people were like, well, they already have a great relationship with him, so there's no reason to acquire the studio. Plus, Kojima likes to be independent. Okay. Made sense to me. I mean, that makes sense to me. So, again, these guys still look at things through a console war that doesn't exist because they trash content creators. I mean, I can't, you all don't understand the trash content creators that are out there and how you got men and women out there that are just on straight up bullshit. And now these guys are mad at Kojima because when PlayStation released their game console, the Pro, which I bought, I did not care that Kojima put Death Stranding elsewhere because he's already done it before. But these guys were mad that this happened. well, you don't do this as a favor. No, it's a business deal. Okay? 505 made a publishing business deal. Sony only thing they did was they controlled direct publishing rights to PlayStation. They didn't publish it to PC. They didn't. Okay? That was 505 who did that. Okay? That was 505. So do not get caught up in all this, oh, this is going on and this is bad. So the next one is, well, Sony owns the Decima engine. It's like, yeah, and Sony owns the engine that makes MLB The Show. MLB The Show is on PC. MLB The Show is on Xbox. And it's kind of, and then they said, well, you all don't have any exclusive games. And I said, I didn't know Sony owned Kojima Productions, but they don't. Sony does not own Kojima Productions. So Death Stranding sold 5 million copies and cost 100 million to make. They estimated about 275 million, so 175 million profit for Sony. No, that's actually again there 707 Tech. It's about the working relationship. They may have made 175 million. That's all profit. However, it's about what he is going to do for you in the future. You all don't understand getting something at one aspect and then it being worth more down the road. It's the same thing when these Sony fanboys got mad that Sony bought Haven Studio. And I was like, well, you want to work with Jade Raymond. You want somebody as creative as Jade Raymond is to work with you and for you, not work against you. And her game is being made with the help of Mark Cerny. Kojima new IP, what? Fiznit also, yeah, there you go. So, I mean, again, he's an independent. It's almost like, okay, you have these directors out here in Hollywood. They may sign to a studio, but a lot of them won't do it. Like Spielberg has his own, it's an Amblin Entertainment. That's his. So he can do whatever he wants. Corey Massey says the stupidity of the community is getting annoying now. It's literally a lot of people arguing about, yeah, I know. I know. It's like, yeah, I know. That's why I don't really do it. I wanted to address it. I'm looking at it as far as being a straight up business move because that's what it seems like to me. It's just an outright business move. Everybody is happy. Kojima gets the game underneath his belt. Now he will have Fiznit. He will have AO or whatever it's called, or OA. And then, or AB, whatever it's called, CG, all right? And now he has, and he's done all this, and I think Fiznit will come out in 2026. So he'll have 3 games out in 6 years. That is insane production considering the value that he brings to the table. Or OD, yeah. So, now Vicky's saying it's only on Xbox, but not if Kojima's making that game. So business not going to, it depends. If it's made by Kojima Productions and Kojima may not originally say that it's not coming, but it's going to eventually come out. I don't know what else to say. So, but like I said before, how long have we been waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6? It's like a friend of mine said, he had his daughter when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on a Tuesday. His wife went into labor Saturday afternoon. They had their baby Saturday night. They came home Sunday evening. And when they came home Sunday evening, down their baby is what, 10 years old, something like that, if not older. I think their daughter is 10 or 11. So their daughter then learned how to walk, talk, crawl, feed itself, be potty trained, ride a bicycle, have crushes on boys. Yeah, it's crazy. So it is nuts. But time for your questions. I got about another 10 minutes. 10 minutes to you all can do your little Q&A. If you got any questions about the PS5 Pro, this is the time to do it. Let's see here. Let me go and wash my hands. I'll be right back. We'll go ahead and get your questions ready, if you have them at all. if you have them at all. But I, for one, am happy that Kojima got control of his own IP. I mean, I don't see why that's a big deal. But come back in with your questions. So it is. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Have I tried what now? How's Helldivers 2? Haven't tried it yet. Still waiting to get 2 or 3 more people to play it. Hoping to get Porter Rock Extreme and then J Dub. We do a 60 frames no lag Helldivers. I think that would be fun. So, see here. Kojima said business is similar Metal Gear Solid, probably coming 2029 on PS6. Okay, we'll find out. I'm thinking that's fine. You think it'll be a PS6 launch game? That'd be cool. But no, I've not tried. Again, I want to make this clear. The only game I have played on my Pro is because I got my Pro and then I had to figure out how to. I mean, you all saw it, the struggle that was getting that thing off of there. But we got it off of there, right? But I haven't even loaded up God of War Ragnarok yet. Like, I'm doing that today. I'm loading up God of War Ragnarok. I'm gonna load up what else is over there? But God of War Ragnarok is the next one getting loaded. Then probably Uncharted and stuff like that. So, but again, the PS5 Pro is for the people, for the men and women who want to play PlayStation's first party games at the highest fidelity with the best frame rate possible. High fidelity, high graphics, best frame rate. That's the Pro. Now, if anybody else gets involved, and we know they have, Callisto Protocol is available in PS Pro or PS Plus. But I already finished it. But apparently it looks real good with that Pro. But yeah, I'll be available tonight to play Helldivers 2 because I'll be home. And there ain't no good football games on late at night. I thought Ole Miss Georgia was, but I think that's a 3:30 kickoff. So, but at 3:30, I'm watching Georgia play Ole Miss. So, the days of Xbox having exclusive, yeah, it's over. It's been gone. And you got people still telling you that as long as Microsoft is making games, they're in the console war when they clearly are not. But those are a bunch of grown-ass men who got nothing else better to do. That's why I'm like, well, you know what? If you want to go listen to them, you can, but you're gonna get what you're getting. And when I heard the same people who said, I wish Kojima would get back into gaming, then turn around and get mad at Kojima for actually wanting to control his own IP, I'm sorry, but if I create something, if I'm gonna trademark it, so it's mine. And Kojima did just that, but he may not have had the money to start, so Sony gave him that. And that's what people were saying. Well, Sony gave him the money to get started. Yeah, and Sony got a really good game out of it. Then they got a free remaster. At least I thought it was. The director's cut. You're getting part 2. You're going to be so I don't, and you're working with Kojima down the road. So, I mean, Kojima's going to make a movie for Sony. Ain't a doubt in my mind. Also, before I get out of here, if you all didn't see or hear, Tony Todd, the actor that played Candyman, the actor who did the voice of Venom and multiple other voices, has passed away. He was 69 years old. So, I'm hating to kind of end on that note, but I forgot to mention at the beginning, and I am sorry. I shouldn't have done that. So I want to definitely give my respect to Tony Todd. Definitely a friend of the gaming community. and so it's tough. So the last time, if you want to hear his voice in a game, as far as I know, you could Spider-Man 2. Just I hope you really enjoy Spider-Man 2 and stop talking about where's the Venom DLC? Come on, the actor that played Venom has departed to the Heavenly Father. Let's just wish him a safe, peaceful transition, and we continue to honor his legacy. I know I'm going to honor his legacy by gaming. That's the way I'm going to honor Tony Todd's legacy. And again, I will try to watch Candyman again, but that scared the hell out of me 20 years ago, and I'm still scared to watch that movie. So the Metal Gear game sold well. Yeah, these guys don't understand that this is about what he's going to do down the road. Oh, I got a $5 super chat. The Big Body 5 says he's expecting Death Stranding 2 to sell far more than Final Fantasy or Silent Hill Day 1. Okay, yeah, we're going to find out. Yeah, I think that's a legitimate observation. I think that's a good observation. So, Dev Cooper, shout outs to gamers, even the fake gamers. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to all the people who said that the PS5 Pro was not going to sell well, even though because it's $700 and who needs it? Yeah, it looks like it's selling perfectly fine. So Ice Queen says that she will watch Candyman this week. It scared me when I was in my 20s. So, but it's good. It's an urban myth legend type of movie. They filmed it at Cabrini Green in Chicago, the project. So it's a good movie. It's a good horror movie. Yeah. Terry's Great says Microsoft boss said the hashtag whole slate is coming unofficially. Xbox is full third. Well, if he said, all right, look. If he said the whole slate is coming, you should put that in quotes. And then you cannot say he said it and then say unofficially. So that contradicts what you just did. But I understand, yeah, the majority of Xbox games are going to come over and they are going to use a PS5 Pro enhancements. That's the reality. So, it doesn't scare you because you haven't seen this one then. This one's going to scare you. So, no one going to play OD1 Xbox. Well, again, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I keep on trying to tell you guys, with the Xbox community, their issue isn't what you think. They simply don't want to have to watch other people enjoy things they think should be on Xbox. That's the truth. The reason why they said that Death Stranding was stupid and it was a walking simulator is because it wasn't released on Xbox. Now that it's being released on Xbox, it's the greatest thing ever. I don't know why you all get involved in that stuff. Okay, it's like the Xbox community is the turtle and the story of the turtle and the scorpion. I'm gonna tell you this, and I gotta go. So the turtle is about to cross the stream, and the scorpion comes up to the turtle and it says, "Can you help me across the stream? I can just ride on your back." And the turtle says, "Well, no, if you ride on my back, you're gonna sting me." And and the scorpion says, "No, I won't. I want to get across there to the other side. There's more food for me to eat. Just let me ride on your back." And the turtle says, "Well, I don't think so because you're going to sting me." And the scorpion comes back again and says, "Look, I'm hungry. I simply want to go across the stream. There's more for me to eat over there. It's nicer over there. It's not as wet. Can we go?" And the turtle says, "Okay, fine, climb on." Then the turtle starts crossing the stream with the scorpion on its back. And then before they reach the bank of the other side, the turtle feels a pinch because the scorpion stung him. And the turtle, as they're both sinking to the bottom of the river, about to die, the turtle looks at the scorpion and says, "What'd you do that for?" And you know what the scorpion says? "Because it's in my nature." So again, do not get caught up with these Xbox fanboys. They're upset that Xbox has not done what Sony has done. They keep telling you Xbox didn't do a mid-gen refresh. But Phil Spencer, the person that's in charge over at Xbox, said the Series X is the... Oh, here we go. Alexa, stop. That was my warning. The Series X is the mid-gen refresh. So that's they're literally, and then you all fall for that. It's like, look, man, Phil Spencer said the Series X was, so stop. I'm not going to argue with you. Just pull up the quote from Phil Spencer and say, look, your problem, your issue is what Phil Spencer said. I'm going by what Phil Spencer said, and he knows a hell of a lot more about Xbox than you do. So, and leave it there. But you guys want to go back and forth, back and forth. They are not happy. I had an Xbox, remember? I had Game Pass, remember? I talked to multiple Xbox fans, and they are not happy with Xbox. However, they don't want to start over again on PlayStation. They just don't. And it doesn't matter what they were telling me. It could be ColecoVision. It could be Intellivision. It could be whatever. They don't want to have to start over again. So they are going to just be the way they are. And I am now playing games at 4K, 60 frames a second, in ultra settings on my PlayStation. That is something that Xbox said is like they're not going to do. We saw it with Empire of the Ants. We saw it with all these other games starting to come out. All these third-party games are starting to come out, having more modes on with Trinity. And it's just, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay? So, I'm going to get on off of here, and I will talk to you all later today. I'm going to do a political wrap-up show, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, if you want to join me on that. Somebody reacted to a video I did, and I'm going to do a reaction to the reaction. So, and that'll be it for me with the politics for this year. I'll start following the Senate and House races. The midterm elections starting in 2020 into 2025. And I will not be talking unless somebody wants to just hop up and talk about it. All right, guys, you all take it easy. I do appreciate you. Okay? And have a good rest. Enjoy your Pro. Oh, I will be game streaming as well. So I'm going to do the political podcast, and then I'm going to stream The Last of Us Part 1, the opening sequence. You know what I'm talking about. All right, that first 20, 30 minutes, that's all it'll be. Appreciate you if you're there. Make sure you leave a like if you can. Deuces.